situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll start with the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Let's go, defenses, get up the line.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They'll take over first.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Round 80. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Mike 40, Mike 40. Half 85, half 85.
Now this time, Allen will throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, here's Breida. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Complete to number 81.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Moss. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
They'll try to run. Here's Moss. And this time he goes in. Zach Moss, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. I got it. 25 the mic. 25 the mic. Yes, sir. 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Let's get the ball. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. No chance. Yo. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. On 1st down, Dobbins. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Watch the pass. He's crashed. Middle. Checking crash.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Lamar Jackson.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up 1st down.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his 2nd first-quarter touchdown there. On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the one. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. Get your swerve on.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Lamar Jackson.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Report. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. 49 the mic. 49 the mic. I got him.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
It's fielded at the 45. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. This is Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go counter with Breida. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Exit, exit. 58, it's the Mike. Time to go, night. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
58 to Mike. 58. That's trash. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. You're trash. Hey. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that one results in 35 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That QB's trash. Let's go. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. They can't hang with us.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. Now it's Allen. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Hey, no, switch the mic right here. 56. That's right, baby.
Allen off the play fake. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Allen's pass.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards. And the Bills will move the chains. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before half for Allen. That's caught by Hollister. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We got this.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 41, Allen, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Bills 24, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's got room. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Patrick Queen.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Rumbling past the 30. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Every day, any day. Hey, 20, hey, report. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. So we got man. We go. Simone, shut up. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jackson now throwing on 3rd and long. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Oh, yeah.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute...
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
7-yard line.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 21-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
95's the Sand. No, check his mic. In your face.
After the interception, here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Yo. We got 25 the mic. I want that.
And here's Jackson on the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. Double. Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. Here we go.
From the 24, Jackson. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
49's the mic. Set the tone, defense.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets it down to the 32. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pick.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Allen on third. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
The Bills first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw is Allen. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulate.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Jason's pass intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Breida. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by Malik Harrison. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. You got three down. Watch the safety creep.
On play action, Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
And Humphrey on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They're running it. Chase it.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.